What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist here with the one, the only
Gersh1.
And today we're back to answer more questions. Hold on, I just noticed something. If you're the one, the only, and your name is Gersh1, wouldn't that imply that there's like a Gersh2, Gersh3?
That's part of the multiverse. In different realities, there are multiple Gershes with different numbers. We know about the multiverse, so we number ourselves.
Nice.
Yeah.
One of these days you should bring Gersh69 up here.
Whoa. That guy does not like to come out.
But yeah, with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and dive into this for the greater.
This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, comment down below. Put a question in front of your question because we get to those questions first. As I sweat, my house is hot. This question comes from Orvetor Alsosol. Why will there ever be a Cadian on another planet? I mean, they really deserve a new planet on their own. So the Cadian Guard, or what happened to the Cadian Guard, is an interesting story because, as we all know, Cadia was obliterated, sent into the warp as the Great Rift basically tore through the galaxy when Abaddon slammed the Blackstone Fortress into the entire planet. Now, the thing that everybody's going to say in the comments is the planet broke before the Guard did.
Correct.
And it's true. Like, Imperial Guard regiments are still fighting on Cadia, technically. They're on a demon world. Demon worlds are basically planets consumed completely by the warp and just altered entirely. We have a 40 facts video on a lot of demon worlds, and the most famous one being like it's a planet that's basically just like a fat man
In the fetal position?
Yeah, so it's really creepy stuff that happens. And yeah, the Cadian Guard is still there fighting, kind of.
Yeah.
And then as far as like the Imperial Guard regiments that were away from Cadia, that came from Cadia, that were fighting on different battle zones, those people are still out there too. So if you have a Cadian regiment, you can still play it on the tabletop. They are just the last of their kind of thing.
Yeah. Will they ever move like to a different homeworld or whatever? I don't know. I feel like they should, but that kind of takes away from the whole like we're from the world that like withstood the 13th Crusade, the Black Crusade or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And Cadia was important because it was one of many planets that protected the pylons that were keeping the Eye of Terror closed.
Correct.
But in reality, like they were just another fortress planet, and that fortress planet, there's many of them.
Yeah, so the thing about that is that it's really cool. You could like homebrew and create awesome, like maybe mutated Cadians that are like still fighting. Which, if you want to play like Traitor Guard, that could be a nice little like segue for you to create.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool. Yeah.
And we did get Traitor Guard revealed during this past Warhammer Fest. So
yeah. And also remember that the Cadian Guard were like the staple. They're like your standard Imperial Guard regiment, so they don't necessarily. The look of the Cadian Guard is something that is seen in multiple Fortress worlds. You could just change the color scheme a little bit, or even keep the color scheme the same. So as far as like, you playing Cadian Guard, you can still do it.
yeah, it's very uniform, very easy to find models like that, as opposed to fighting like Catachans or Vostroyans and stuff like that.
Right, yeah. Those guys come directly from their planet.
Right.
And if that planet gets destroyed, then I guess GW can do the same.
They'll just do the same.
Yeah. Next question.
This one's by Cabal of the Bloody Spoon. Do you think that the Mechanicus could end up helping the squats deal with machine spirit bullshits within the Voltan? Like, what if the Dark Mechanicus got there first? What would happen? So, two-parter right there.
Yeah.
Will there be an alliance between the squats and the Mechanicus? Based on the early lore for the Leagues of Votan, I don't think so.
No.
They have something that definitely the Mechanicus wants. The Voltan, which are basically like huge supercomputer STC AIs that are so old and dated that they're like malfunctioning, but they have like all the information of like anything ever recorded on there.
Yeah.
So yeah, as much as the Mechanicus want STCs, they'll definitely want these because they're better STCs in my opinion.
And to me, that just sounds like conflict. Like straight up, the Adeptus Mechanicus is all about the quest for knowledge, or their quest. And in that quest, they see anything that prevents them from attaining knowledge or getting closer to the Omnissiah, which is what I think Voltan is called, is. That just sounds like they're gonna like probably attack the leagues of Voltan, for that knowledge. So conflict more than anything else.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And if the Dark Mechanicus gets to it first, well, hopefully that means we get a Dark Mechanicus playable faction.
Yes. But then at the same time, too, like, they have to siege, basically, squats that have been able to, like, hold off Tyranids, hold off Orc incursions. Like, it's not going to be easy.
No, considering how powerful their technology is.
Yeah. And also, they're coming from... They've always existed, right? They're just, like, on the outskirts of the galaxy.
Yeah, they're making their presence more known, I guess.
Which is kind of weird, because it's, like, one of those things where, like, GW... or... The lore never stated their existence, and now they have to be like, no, yeah, they were there the entire time.
Yeah.
So then obviously you're gonna have a bunch of like stories of like Orc warlords attacking the leagues and trying to take over and stuff for the fluff of the codex. But then at the same time, like within that time frame of the 10,000 years that went on, they kind of had to be a secret too. So it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, definitely interesting once the codex drops how their lore section, shapes them.
What'd you think of the Necromunda boys? What are they called?
Oh,
Ironheads.
Yeah, they remind me a little like R2D2s.
Yeah, I don't like how the circle their helmets were. It's like a juggernaut type of helmet. I didn't like that.
Yeah, they definitely seemed very what's the word? Silly, I guess.
Yeah, very silly.
Yeah, they don't fit the theme, in my opinion.
On Instagram, a lot of you guys were messaging me and telling me that like it's the old school style Rogue Trader squats. I don't really like 100% agree, but at the same time, it was like back then Rogue Trader was a little bit more goofy.
Yeah,
Orcs were portrayed as more goofy, and obviously squats were too.
However, you did catch the bike that they previewed for the squats.
I haven't. No, I didn't see it.
Yeah, so that's supposed to be a League of Votan speeder of some sort, and it's basically the old school like not Necromunda. I think it's second edition, I believe, like squat speeder made to fit like the new edition.
It's exciting. Good question though. Next question comes from the big one because he always has the best questions. When you're at the gym or working out at home, do you guys ever get more bi-curious or tri-curious for tricep works? I'm more bi-curious myself. I usually tend to work out triceps more than biceps because it just feels better. Like I feel like my triceps are stronger. So I am tri-curious.
Yeah, I think I'm more pie curious because usually there's some type of pie or cheesecake in my fridge and I go straight to it.
Also, if you go to Planet Fitness, they used to have
pizza?
pies. Yeah, pizza pies.
They got Pizza Fridays at Planet Fitness?
Yeah, once a month.
Yeah. Oh, those were the days.
Yeah. But then COVID happened. And now those $10 are not going towards the pizza. We're actually now thinking about it, like it would be... Like, why would you not get a Planet Fitness membership? Like, getting a pizza party once a month, I'm down.
Yeah, for $10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Invite your friends.
Right. Save some money. Don't waste shower water at the house. Go to Planet Fitness.
Every day, yeah. Don't even work out, just shower. Get foot fungus.
Yeah.
Next question.
Denzel Rhea. Could an avatar of Cain become corrupted by the warp? Corn. Avatar of Cain corrupted by the warp.
Not really, because an avatar of Cain is essentially the manifestation of a chaos god. So, like, chaos gods don't possess each other. Chaos gods consume each other.
Correct.
So it wouldn't really make sense. But
yeah,
that's my take.
Wait, Cain or Corn?
Corn possessed Cain, right?
Right, that's what he's asking.
Yeah, I don't think that would happen because, like, Cain would just want to destroy or consume the soul that embodies the thing, not possess him. Because at that point, like,
you're possessing an avatar, which avatars don't last forever.
Right? Yeah, and also, like, why not just possess the thing?
Yeah, because all Cain has to do is, well, I'm not gonna put my power in this avatar.
Yeah. Leaves.
Yeah,
and then it gets consumed. It's kind of like those bubbles from that one Disney Channel movie with like the bubbles that they're like aliens, and you don't remember?
Is it Xenon?
It's not Xenon. It's like another one where like they're bubbles. If you guys know what I'm talking about, comment down in the comment section below. I'm gonna go to Disney Plus right now and check that out.
All right, Denzel's got a part 2. Maybe this one can also be answered with bubbles. If the machine god is indeed a Catan shard, wouldn't millennia of worship cause it to become weakened by the warp, or would it become corrupted to become a possible chaos god Catan? You're right, because Catan are weak to the warp.
Yeah.
And if they're praying to the void dragon, which is said to be imprisoned on Mars, and that's their Messiah, then yeah, because if something gets praised enough, their presence becomes a god in the warp, and the warp is weakened to the Catan, which is what they're praying to.
And maybe that's the reason that the void dragon or whatever is under Mars is being like pushed down or chained up. It's because people are worshiping him. Mm-hmm. The more they worship him, the more the immaterium gravitates towards him and keeps him down.
Yeah.
Think of it like
a perpetual motion device.
Perpetual motion. I guess. No, because the energy comes from the prayer.
True.
And then if the prayer goes away, then the Catan can break out.
Right.
If that is even a thing. And those were the questions for today. If you guys have more questions for us, please comment down below. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us and listening. We'll talk tomorrow.
Sound Alchemist?
Verse 1.
Out.